Hello there everybody, how's it going? This is Matto Tomato right here, thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to Emperor! This is the Emperor DLC gameplay here in EU4, we're playing as Great Britain. We're currently in this war here with the Netherlands, we have won the war, and we're just waiting for a bit of aggressive expansion to burn away, is what we're doing here. So, we have a peace deal lined up, we know what we want, and we're just waiting for the turn of the year so that some of the aggressive expansion burns away with some of these nearby countries, just so that they don't join a coalition, basically, is all we're after here. So, group back together there. Group back together there. Now, we do have the ability to upgrade a couple of these ships here, so I think we will do that, so let's just upgrade a couple of those. Whilst we're here, are there any other boats that need upgrading? 31. Oh, all of the transports need upgrading. Right. Let's go ahead and do that then. Okay, so let's make sure our ships are bang up to date here, which is great. So we did vassalize Granada in the last episode as well, and we enforced a religion on them, so they're now Catholic, but obviously that means their liberty desire is going to be ridiculous. So we just need to obviously nurture that along. We're going to hope that they don't, that nobody supports their independence, but we'll have to see. Okay, so parallel authority. Do we side with the burghers or do we side with the clergy? Let's go the other way. Let's side with the clergy, just because the influence modifiers are slightly different there. Let's side with the clergy. That's fine. Okay, so turn of the year is about to come up here. So 2nd of January, we will sue for peace in this war. We can tech up, but we are going to be spending some of that admin on some coring and stuff like that. So let's just hold off a little bit here. We're still doing some culture conversions of some Dutch territory here. Change in policy. Great Britain opinion of Trent. Ugh, Trent doesn't like me either. Worse relations would not be on our interest. No, let's not. There we go. Right, turn of the year. So this is the deal that we want, of course. So yeah, there's a couple of less countries involved over there, which is fine. Nobody really to worry about though, so I'm happy with that. So 91. Is there anything else maybe we want to do? Don't think so. No, I think we're okay. So we're going to give 2 provinces to Nevers. We're going to take 1 province here, Antwerp, which has a fort, but is also a big centre of trade, which will be a boost for us. We're going to get them to revoke a core on us. Bit of money and some war reparations. Sounds good to me. Let's take the deal. Right. So we've obviously got a fort in here. We are going to... do we want to increase the autonomy? It's probably worthwhile, in all honesty. Does it have a religious zeal? I was going to say, how come we can't convert it? But no, it has a religious zeal. So let's go ahead and hit the core there then. Now, we do have to be a little bit... Oh, Netherlands went bankrupt. That's kind of funny. We do have to be a little bit careful because, obviously, the governing capacity is an important thing. And, obviously, that is going to change massively when we integrate France because, obviously, we're going to have a crap load of development over here all of a sudden. So we'll have to see what happens there with the governing capacity. Actually, we should probably do a little bit of math here. So we currently have 333. 333. So what is the current development of France? Is it not an economy? It must just be in country then. No, not number of provinces. Now we've got province development, but I want total development. Is it just in country? Ah, here we are, development, right. There we go. So France, 426, right, so that is obviously a problem, because we're going to go over our governing capacity here. Which will make it quite hard to state some of the land. So in theory then, we don't want to state up anything else. So it could. We're just going to get a little bit of corruption and things like that. I think is what happens here. Territories are only 25% governing capacity, though, so it would be 100% governing capacity if we stated the whole lot. So no, we're probably going to be all right here then. So once we annex, it'll be 25% because it'll all be territory, with the exception of stuff that's already part of states here. We can see that Guyenne is a state, so, and there's a couple of others, but yeah. So it'll be 25%. So we'll have to be careful which ones we state up. Ooh, let's have a look. 50% is another 8. Well, no, it's national tax 50%. So the 50% of 27 is 18.5. No, what am I doing? 12. 13.5. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Gee whiz. Yeah. 50% is better there. We don't need an upfront cost anyway. We got lots of money. So, speaking of lots of money, we probably want to go ahead and sink that into some more buildings. In particular, are there any really good manufactories kicking around? 0.26 in Picardy. Let's go with that. Obviously, the more manufactories we build, the potential we have for getting the manufactories institution to spawn, which could be good. Now, of course, we do have some truces with people here, but aggressive expansion is a problem. So, yeah, no, it's not over here. We have a truce with Brittany, that's right. No, we don't have a truce with Brittany, but they've gone and re-allied with Austria, which is slightly annoying. And then if we go... So, yeah, we can promote another culture if we wanted to. Might be quite nice to promote the Castilian, because there is going to be quite a bit of Castilian kicking around eventually. Yeah, there's a lot of Castilian over here. I feel like maybe promoting the Castilian is going to be quite good. But I do want to save those Diplo points. 25% ahead of time. Do we want to pick this up for 25% ahead of time? Not really. Doesn't really give us that many benefits because it's not a war, so... Right, this is beginning to drop now, which is good. So we still have another 20. Yeah, it's going to take a while before that drops, so... Yeah, it is gonna take a while for that to disappear here. We might want to placate some rulers a little bit more, actually. Let's go ahead and placate... yeah, let's placate again here. Now, that should be okay. That's going to be manageable, I think. Pretty sure that's going to be manageable. And eventually, if we can get it to drop just below 50, then obviously we can pick up a royal marriage. So that will be the ideal situation there, I think. So these natives keep on uprising over here. How is this colony doing? Are we... Okay, not far away now, which is great, because that means then we can go and colonize some of the more significant provinces that we're after here. Can we go back to building a spy network over here? Yes, we can, and it's still really, really good. Unfortunately, we let it drop all the way back down to 0 before we... yeah, they've also teched up on military, which is interesting. Yeah, integrating France is costing us a lot in Diplo points. So, Drunken Explorer expired, that's good, so then we don't get the yearly prestige modifier against us anymore. Are we still... Yeah, we're still number 1 in the world, that's good. The Ming still has quite a bit of development. So the Ming are actually doing okay then. Okay, so, looks like, yeah, Hungary has... been subjugated by the Commonwealth then. It's a tremendous amount of reconquest to be had here as well. So the Commonwealth may end up going in against the Ottomans. But then the Ottomans and Muscovy both hate the Commonwealth, so those two might end up allying up. Which could be really scary for the Commonwealth if Muscovy and the Ottomans. Which makes me think that maybe I want to go in and kill Muscovy. But I don't know. So, okay, this fleet here, there's no exploration to be done, is there? No, I don't think so, no. So, we might as well just sit that there then. Might get rid of the Explorer for now. Oh, an Imperial Reform has been backed. Okay. That took a while, but it happened. There's only a couple more here. Obviously, this one here is the disallow internal HRE wars, yeah. And then if you work your way down these ones, is it here? Yeah, there's a. There we go. The direct vassals one over this way. So yeah, I was looking for where that was there. So yeah, we'll see how the empire continues to shape up. Okay, we're nearly at max admin points here, so I might want to dump a little bit of points into some taxation. Or we could develop up some of Granada's provinces, because then that will just temporarily decrease some of their liberty desire. There's some good stuff here. Right, they're actually converting this province. That's kind of handy. 65 admin though, that's a lot. Yeah, let's develop up over there. A little bit of military in over there as well. We'll develop some of their provinces, because they're unlikely to be that rebellious for that long. Where are they going? Oh, Castilian peasants. Right. Okay. So if we do that, that will decrease a little bit of their liberty desire here. Yeah, develop provinces. So that'll help. A little bit of development over this way as well in some of the Iberian provinces. It's got to be worthwhile, because Iberia is worth quite a bit. But then, yeah, if we start developing some of this, I mean, this province is massive. They've also built a coastal defence here, which is kind of interesting. Okay, not sure that's required, but that's all right. We'll keep that there. Who went bankrupt? Persia has gone bankrupt. Okay. Right, we're all repaired up over this way, so let's go back to protecting trade in the English Channel then, so that we can reap a little bit more control. Castile themselves have gone bankrupt again, which is kind of funny. So it's only 10 and 5% respectively now, so I think at the turn of the next year we might be able to tech up on both of these, just for the discount, because we're no immediate rush to tech up here on either of those two, so we can chill a little bit. We could go to war with somebody just to grab money, but don't really see why not. Don't really see why. Well, I don't really see why. Could also go to war with Brittany to grab some of these provinces here, but the aggressive expansion, again, is really high. It is quite tempting to have a go at Sweden, though. Muscovy actually has some pretender rebels, and their only ally is Sweden, which is kind of interesting. They might end up with the same dynasty as Sweden, though, which could be really quite scary if some sort of union were to be formed there. But we could maybe have a look to see whether either one would join a war against the other here. Now, Muscovy would be very inclined to join against us if we declare on Sweden, because they are our rival, so they have that modifier against us, whereas the other way round, maybe not. The statesman has gained power. Nah, she's doing a great job. We'll lose the prestige. It's slightly annoying to have our prestige drop that low, but... So we'll fabricate another claim on Sweden, and then we'll have a look to see. We don't actually have a claim on Muscovite territory, though, do we? No. It'd be a humiliate rival, which could be good for the power projection, though. Could be really good for the power projection. But is there much point? Not really. Might fabricate a claim, though. Just on that one province at the top there, just to see. It's also not been stated up, so... Austria was re-elected. That is pretty standard. They're doing pretty good at the moment, actually, Austria. They've got quite a few votes here as well, 5 votes. So, right, let's fabricate another claim in Sweden. No, not... yeah, Haaland. That's a good one. Yeah, we'll go with that. Right, bring him home. Let's analyse that situation then. We do have a few forts in and around here as well, so this is quite difficult territory. Antwerp has been caught. Excellent. I'm imagining there is a religious zeal over here, which there is, but as soon as that expires, we're going to be able to convert. Oh, Castile is transferring trade over to Portugal. Interesting. Right, so if I declared on Sweden, Muscovy would probably join. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Not many troops though. Not a lot of troops at all. Muscovy's not that strong. And Sweden would definitely join here, but yeah, there is barely anything. They've spent a lot of... yeah, there's not a lot here. So if I build a spy network and fabricate a claim, I think I might go in on Muscovy. A temporary alliance with the Commonwealth to bring them in could also be rather useful. But even my own troops alone, 60k, is more than the combined strength of Sweden and Muscovy. So with France involved as well. Okay, colony self-sustaining, fabulous stuff. Right, so that means we can do a bit more exploring now because we have increased our colonial range. So let's do the American East Coast then. But more importantly, we want to colonize over here. So let's go. So we could go to Manhattan. Or I'd actually like to start here, because that's a high development province, but also there are actually some Native American tribes over this way. So yeah, let's go here then. Let's go to Manhattan. Sorry, to Massachusetts. Where is it here? There. It is using that one, right? Yeah, it is. Right, good, yeah. I was going to say, if it was using the other transport fleet, that'd be so frustrating, but no. Okay, excellent. You know what we should be doing? We should be improving relations with the Pope, shouldn't we? Yeah. Actually, an alliance with the Pope might be quite interesting. Smack out some papal influence. Actually, we could maybe spend some money here on gaining extra papal influence to pick up some of these decisions. You know what? Let's do that. We're going to dump a pile of cash into the Curia here to pick up extra yearly papal influence. Yeah, huge papal influence. 10 papal influence a year, which is great. We do already have the national tax modifier. We could pick up some prestige, or we could just increase our mercantilism. And that's one thing I really want to start doing. I really want to increase mercantilism. Now, the yearly prestige could actually be rather nice. And you know what? I am going to take that. I do want to start increasing mercantilism. Now, obviously, we do gain mercantilism from picking up the loyalty equilibrium, but also when we renew the monopoly on wine and stuff like that, we gain a bit of mercantilism. But if we can get this really high, we're going to be raking it in. So I think that could be rather good. Augsburg is now an elector, sure. So yeah, let's stand here. Truce with Portugal is over. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, if we stand here, we might be able to fabricate claims on some of these little countries over this way, which these are still tribes, so they have federations and whatnot, but they're not going to be that strong, especially if we get a colonial nation started over here. Okay, excellent. Are there any more exploration things to be done here? Yeah, American East Coast, actual coast. Let's do that. Because then we can just have a little bit of a look at what's going on here. But judging by what we think, nobody else is going to be over here for a very long time, if at all. Maybe the Ottomans or the Mamluks might end up over here, but we've taken most of the colonizers out of the game here. So let's go ahead and start colonizing there then. That's going to be important. Now we have just... well, no, we haven't just turned a year. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and take these relevant technologies here. So we'll grab the admin tech and we'll grab the military tech. It's got to be worthwhile to grab those now, because we do have a discount. We had no particular need to take them, yeah, we had no desperate need to take them, so we might as well just take them now whilst the discount's in place. So that's got to be good. Now, our truce with Portugal has expired here, which has tempted me to go in. But, I don't know. It would automatically bring Castile in, which could be fun. But, do I want to vassalize? Could just finally vassalize Portugal. Could. I do want colonialism against Caribas, that's the thing. So I want to colonize somewhere over here. Now, the downside is obviously we'll be violating the Treaty of Tordesillas, but yeah. If we were Protestant, that wouldn't matter, but could be interesting. Right. Just having a look here to see whether there's any Frisian. We're not bothered about that. Right, there are a few. Yeah, so there's no Dutch here. I could have just looked at the individual provinces, of course, but no, there's no Dutch over there. Okay, that's fine. Good. Right, let's fabricate this claim on Muscovy then. Kola, it's literally the only province we can fabricate for. But so I suppose we could build a spy network, but actually I think I'd rather build it in Sweden. But that being said, I want to start ferrying troops over here. I think we're going to go in. I'm going to move the other army across here as well. We're going to go both armies, and we're going to charge into Sweden. We're going to declare on Muscovy, but we're going to charge into Sweden. And I'll see what the French are able to do here. But it might also provoke someone else to declare war. That's the thing. Maybe the Commonwealth might end up declaring war. If I declare here, then Lubeck is involved, which is interesting because that might mean that the French gain military access through this area. So it might actually be better to declare on Sweden. There's only 34k troops. There's barely anything at all. So yeah, I think I might just declare on Sweden, actually. It's got to be better. Because by bringing in Lubeck, it's another country, but also France might end up with some military access through here, which might make it easier for them to get through. I think we're going to declare war. Mamluks is no longer a valid rival. Okay, did we embargo over here? No, we didn't. Okay, excellent. So, are there any other valid rivals for us here? There are. Aragon. Okay, well, don't need to do that, so that's fine. We're embargoing Muscovy. We're not embargoing the Ottomans, but that's fine. But yeah, the downside, obviously, is if we declare against Sweden and Muscovy comes in, we don't get the power projection from declaring on... I'm sorry, what? The Mamluks are preparing to attack the Ottomans. Are they... Do they see some sort of weakness over there? Really? Which might entice the Commonwealth to go in. Oh, they're already in another war. Okay. That is very interesting. Right, but I'm going to declare my own war here. So let's declare here against... interestingly, Austria is willing to join in. Which might, obviously, that would give automatic military access to France. So, I might just ask Austria for military access. But I think we're going to go in here. So, also, these provinces are easier to hold. Do we have any... We don't have a tech advantage over Sweden. We have a 2 tech advantage over Muscovy. Wow. So we might want to occupy all of Sweden... Go over to Muscovy, humiliate Muscovy, then take land from Sweden. So this could be a big war. A long, pretty long war this, but I think we're going to go in for this. We've got to. So let's go in for Dal. Let's go for it. Huge numbers advantage. We've also got a tech advantage over Muscovy, so they're not going to want to come in here. Right, bring this army over to this way. Let's go over here. Let's charge. Right, next thing we want to do... We want to grab the galleys and heavies, and we want to start coming over this way. Because we are definitely going to have the naval superiority here. Especially with some galleys in charge over this way. So, the other thing we probably should have done, actually, is we could have put the Explorer in over here. Oh, really? This is actually going to be a battle over this way with Lubeck ships. They're all lights, though, so that's going to be an absolute demolition. We also captured a ship. Right, okay, if we're going that way, we might as well just go over there, then. Right, so, first things first, coming over here. Because we currently have nowhere to explore. We have some rebels, Really. France might actually take care of those for us. Mamluks have indeed declared their war there. Okay, so first things first. The light ship. Don't really need. Let's just ditch it. I'm going to move the explorer over here and put him in charge there. Is what I'm going to do. Next, I'm going to go ahead and actually create a couple of extra cannons to put into this army, because there's not that many cannons over there. Make sure we got this. There we go. Right, now come over here and blockade. Actually, we're going to come over here, blockade Lübeck's coast with that, and move the transports in position here to blockade that coastline. Let me get a little bit more done. Excellent. Okay, so we'll use the transports as a blockading fleet. We'll move in over this way as well eventually. We'll come in over here, but for now I'm just going to sit there. Noble family feud. Ugh. Let's take the local autonomy in Greece. Let them fight it out. Right, come over this way. So yeah, we'll get a couple of extra cannons in here, but also that will allow us to siege up Stockholm a little bit easier. Yeah, 28 galleys over there. We've got 24, but we've got 15 heavies, and we have the combat ability and all sorts. I think we have better naval ideas. Yeah, much better naval ideas. Their land troops are quite strong, though, so we'll have to be careful. But we're much better navy. Narca, yeah, that's great. I'm just staying in this local area for now, just randomly running around occupying provinces. But eventually... Oh, the naval enthusiasm expired, that's a shame. Eventually, we're going to go and do some sieging. So in particular, these cannons here, I want them to come over this way and join this army. Because then it makes it a little bit more potent for when it comes to sieging. The power of the fleet. Nice. Recover navy morale speed increased. Okay, right. Let's walk in over here, join up with the cannons, and then we'll go after Stockholm. Compensated losses expired. So, yeah, those rebels were cleaned up by France. They've also come over here to attack Lübeck. Okay, immoral prices. So we can force the merchants to lower their prices, which decreases a lot of influence. Decreases a lot of loyalty as well. We should not meddle. Loads of peasants rise up. Or lose ducats to gain loyalty and influence. That's fine. We'll pay for and distribute what bread there is. We've got money. That's fine. Combine, then move over here. 3 cannons is going to be good for a level 1 fort. That's fine. Eventually we will need to obviously increase its size. Yeah, Muscovy did try and come over here, but they have a big tech disadvantage. One thing we should have been doing is building a spy network to improve siege ability. Oh, crapper. Bring home the guy from Granada temporarily. I should have asked for military access from Austria. Just to improve overall thing here, yeah. Oh, the Explorer is dead, but yeah, let's ask for military access. Just improve a little bit of access over this way. Right, excellent. I guess we can go back over here. Just make sure that is maxed as best as possible. How's the Liberty Desire doing? Okay, still 73%, so but the truce has still got another 5 years on it, so take a while here. This siege is nearly won as well, which is great news. We're still taking a big bout of attrition though, because these stacks are big. Could create more ships as well if we wanted to, but we don't need to right now. Eventually we will though. We're going to have a big ass navy eventually. Yeah, here we go. So France is over here now, so they did make it. So that is it was worthwhile declaring on Sweden and bringing Lübeck in, definitely. So now that France has made it, we have overwhelming numbers in this area. So they should be pretty scared now. Okay, won the siege of Elsport. Excellent. Come over here and start that siege. And so now we can manipulate our ships. So we'll move the transports in over there, and we'll move that fleet over there to blockade both this fort and Stockholm. So we're going to end up in a battle with that fleet over that way. Oh, the Explorer died, didn't he? Yeah. Crapper. We need to come in over this way and make sure we have a leader in charge of this navy. Because Sweden has one. Might just go with an outright admiral, though, this time. Oh my god! He is amazing! 3461? My goodness me. Brilliant stuff. Okay. We've won the siege of Stockholm. Kick out those ships. That should be brilliant. Oh, this is the amazing advisor chance. Yeah, true. Gain the prestige, but I think we might take the advisor. So we could have taken the admiral if we wanted to, but actually I'm going to grab the advisor. Exactly the same price, but she is nearly 20 years younger. She's also Catholic, so that makes sense. So we'll just make that switch. We absolutely smashed that Swedish fleet over there. Stole a galley as well. And you might be kicked out even more there. So let's, what do we got? We need to detach damaged. Let's just do a quick repair over there. That's going to be fine. That's a tempting fight. Oh, they're actually on the move. We've lost the siege of Finland. Oh, right. So Muscovy and Sweden were sieging over there. Fair enough. Okay. I can understand that. That's taken them a long time. I've won 2 sieges in the time that they've taken to win 1 there. Ooh. Let's try and catch this Muscovite army here. It's very, very badly out of position. And if the French are clever here, which they're not, come in this way. I need to trap. Get in there. Stop them from getting out that side. Lubeck wants out. Ooh, my transports might suffer a bit there, which is not brilliant. Should have probably looked at suing for peace a bit earlier there, but that's okay. Let's ditch that. I think we're still going to win there, but it'll be a bit tight. Yeah, we captured a couple of ships. Okay, we're going to smash them up quite badly here. Right, this Muscovite army is now almost completely stuck, which hopefully is the way it's going to be. So, Lubeck, sue for peace. We want all of your cash. Can't quite force religion, which is a bit annoying, and war reparations, I think. That's all we need. Don't need them to break their alliance with Sweden at all. That's fine. Okay, so we captured some boats over here. We actually captured a couple of galleys. That's great news. Okay. Shove them in over there. For now, though, we need to dock up these transports to get some repairs in. We don't want to lose any boats. So, in the next episode, we're going to continue this war. I'm going to try and go and smash up that Muscovite army if I can get a chance. I don't know whether they'll try. Actually, they might try and cross here. So if I stay there, I'm not sure what that's going to do, because they might be able to cross there still, but I don't know. Let's have a look. But let's end this episode right here. So in the next episode, we're going to look into continuing this war here. It's going to be a long war, because we're going to occupy most of Sweden, but we also want to go over here and maybe do some damage to Muscovy to try and humiliate. So it is going to be a long war. There's going to be a lot of attrition suffered as well in this war, I think. So it's going to be tough. But that's it for now. Cheers for watching. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series, and join me next time for more EU4 and our Emperor playthrough here as Great Britain. See you later.